And now also IT from past also it is gaining importance. Now also it has gained importance, and future also it will be at the top notch, at the top level. So IT and IS audits would really have a, I guess, the topmost priority in every sector. In any sector you go, audits have become must and mandatory, and these compliances and everything are also day by day gaining importance. So in that era of IT, IS audit and IT auditors will be very much in demand, and CISA will give you that competitive edge that you are having a certification, which means that you understand those things and you are already having an interest, due to which you pursued that course and you are already a CISA certified. So these courses like CISA will definitely help you gain a competitive edge over others, and definitely you will be very much in demand in the market also now, be it now or in the coming future.
Hello everyone, welcome to CISA This Much. This is Aditya, and today we have with us Nimit, who recently qualified his CISA. So Nimit, first of all, heartiest congratulations for clearing the exam. So how does it feel?
Thank you, Aditya sir. So actually, it feels really great and proud that I finally cleared my CISA exams.
All right. So can you please introduce yourself, your background, and what made you choose this particular certification? Like what made you decide doing this course?
Sure. So, hi everyone. I am basically a chartered accountant, and I am having 1.5 years of experience in the field in IT audit or IS audit. That is, in my firm, that is, I am working in PwC Mumbai currently. So here we call it as Technology Risk Assurance, which is TRAS. So yeah, basically I am currently working into IS audit or IT audit. So what made me choose CISA is actually in our internship and CA final, we used to have a subject called as IP, and in final we used to have a subject as ISCA, Information Systems Control and Audit. And I like to use that. I like those subjects, and I also scored good marks in that subject. So that is from where I started to develop some interest in this department. And about CISA, I was aware about CISA from my when I was studying for my inter exams. I was aware about the CISA and DISA. So I was like prepared that after qualifying my CA, I will pursue CISA. And also due to the increasing demand for IT and IS audits, and also it was related to technology. So I like just gave a thought that it is in alignment with my what we say, it is in alignment with my interest also, and it is well in demand. So that made me choose and pursue CISA.
All right. So, I have multiple questions, here. So, first of
Yeah.
all, so like you gave this exam before getting into this field, or you already started working in IT audits and then you decided to give this exam?
So currently, after qualifying today, right now, I'm having 1.5 years of experience in this IT audit field. So that is when I decided that this is now the right time for me to appear for the exams, because I'm already having 1.5 years of experience. So my experience will also help me to clear the exams, as well as whatever I get the understanding and knowledge in this course pursuing CISA. That will also help me in my future upcoming assignments and engagements. So it was a two-way and win-win situation, both way, that whatever I gained experience, it will help me in clearing my exams, and whatever I knowledge I gain from this course will also help me in my assignments and engagements in my IT audits and IS audits.
All right. So, why I'm asking about all these questions is because how difficult it was for you. Because since you are saying that after qualifying your CA, you
Yeah.
entered in this area, and then after almost gaining 1.5 years of experience, you thought of started studying for this exam, and you had a plan to
Right.
give this exam. So, as a fresher CA, was it
Hmm.
difficult for you to get a job in this field? or like
Uh,
this is the first part of the question. Second part of the question is, once you started working in this field, how difficult it
yes.
was for you initially?
Okay. So first I'll answer the first part of the question. So it was not that difficult, but at the same time not that easy also to get into the IT audit field. As you know, I was not having that much experience when I entered this profession or this domain. So basically, I appeared at two three places for interviews also, and the first question is like, you don't have any knowledge. So what if you start, working on this profile, and suddenly after few time you decide that it is not it is not of your interest, and if you decide to quit the job, then all our training and whatever we provide to you will go in waste. So what assurance you are able to, you can give that you will able to, you will stay with us for long time, so that our investment also gives some results. And as I said before also, that due to my I scored good marks in IT and ISCA also. So that was a point that I can show them that already I have good understanding, and I am also keen to learn new things and work in this profile. So at that point of time I only had that thing with me because I had no experience. I had a bit of experience for internal audits in my internship days, so that also gave me some advantage. And the keenness also which I had, that also helped me because the some technical questions were also asked to me. So I was able to not give all the correct answers, or but majority questions I was able to clear them. So maybe that made them feel that I'm really interested, and then I should be given a chance. So yes, after clearing my interview, then I started working. So initially, in the initial days, I was facing a bit difficulties, like how things work, like about this we were told to make the RCM, that is control and risk matrix. So how are risks identified, then how controls are identified for this. So initially I was struggling a bit, but then as in when time passed, 6 months, 7 months, a year, and I gained some field work and experience in this IT audit, IS audit. Then yeah, I got to know that how things work, and how usually things are done. So then easily, like gradually I was able to gain some confidence, and after 1 year and 1.5 years, then I decided now that I have gained some experience, let us go for CISA, that now I can use my experience also. And then I started my preparation. So actually, frankly speaking, this was my second attempt, because in the first attempt, what I did was I was just studying for weekends, Saturday, Sunday, and I just studied for like 3 months, only Saturday, Sundays, and then after the last weekend, Monday, I appeared for the exams. So not, I'll not, I'll be frank here. So in the starting, I took it a bit lightly that it's MCQ only. Matlab, I'll be able to pass my exams. But then when I appeared and then I failed for the first time, I got to know that these are not easy, and mugging up will not help. So then I made a study plan. So then I came to know through my friend about Aditya sir's lectures, and then I made a decision to purchase those lectures. There were some understanding gaps. So Aditya sir's lectures really helped me in that. So I was just thinking that also it was also a matter of cost. So I would that at that point of time I thought that would I had taken the lectures in my first attempt, I would have been able to clear the exams. So Aditya sir's lectures really helped me a lot to strengthen my concepts, and make me gain more confidence to appear for the exams. And then finally, on the day of exam also, I was a bit like, I was very confident that now compared to first attempt, I am very confident that I can clear the exams. So with that mindset I went, and after the 10 days, 11th day, I appeared for the exam, and then I cleared my exam. So really, very big thanks to Aditya sir for his lectures, which helped me for this CISA success.
All right. So thanks for that. I would
Yeah.
like to add, two things here. So like, the first part of his answer, so he mentioned about he was already having interest in this field. So when he was studying for his CA final exam, that time he already had some kind of interest, in this IT field. And This is what made him choose this line. Otherwise, normally, what happens is that, because as he mentioned that initially as a fresher, if you have not cleared this exam, CISA exam, you normally are not offered jobs in this field, because of the same fact which he has mentioned, that what if tomorrow you will say you're not finding this area interesting, and you want to leave this job, because they spend a lot of cost, they involve a lot of cost in trainings, and
Yes,
helping to
exactly.
understand the entire process. So this was the thing. Otherwise, normally, what a CA fresher, what they can do is that, if you are decided that you want to pursue CISA, okay, and you have the entire interest in this field. See, if you ask me about the career scope, okay, this is something which we can ask him also, because since he has already finished 1.5 years of experience, we will ask him the next question about what he feels the scope in this field. But as far as, if you ask me, the scope is unlimited. I mean, I cannot say, like, if someone asks me, like, what exactly is the scope in this field, will I get a job, like what will happen 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, 15 years down the line, will I survive in this
Yes,
industry, in especially this area. So for them, I have only one answer, that you can just do a simple Google search. You can just check that what will be the top 10 areas to work in the next coming decade. You will get your all answers. Okay, and the
right.
second part, what he mentioned about, like, initially he was studying on weekends. So this is something which I also said most of the times, that if you only study on weekends, what happens is that you start to forget things. And this is an exam wherein you start forgetting things very easily, because
Correct.
it is not something which you have to mug up. Okay, it is something, in the end, you have to apply your concepts. So even if you keep the review manual in front of you, it doesn't work, because
Yeah.
in the end it's about solving the question, reading the question, analyzing, understanding the question, and answering it. So for that, you cannot expect to clear this exam by just studying on weekends. You'll have to devote
Exactly.
some time, every day. All right. So, my next question to you, which you already know, that, what according to you is the scope in this area? So, let's say,
Yeah.
a fresher CA, who has recently qualified his CA, and he asks you this question, Nimit, should I enter in IT audits, or should I enter in financial audits, or internal audits, or finance, or taxation? I have interest in IT, but is this the area? I mean, will this area help me to develop my overall career? Because I know I am a CA, I am from commerce background. I don't have that much knowledge about the IT, but I have interest. I have studied it in the past. I have interest, but I'm not sure. Like, is this a right area for me to work? So, what answer will you give to this question?
So basically, if you are really interested in this area, and if you show your keenness to any employer, then he might take a chance to hire you in this area. But as if you tell me, or if you ask me my recommendation or suggestion, I would definitely suggest you to enter this field, because some years, or maybe 5 to 7 years before also, and in the future also, IT will have a lot of importance, and it is day by day gaining more and more importance. So you take anything, like you take tax, or auditing, or any field, it will have linkage with IT, because slowly, the traditional, that tick marks and those types of audits are fading away, and everything will be techno driven in the coming years also. Now also it is, but in the coming year, it will be everything will be techno driven. So in that era of IT, industry will need more of IT and IS auditors, because everything will be automated, and very less amount of work will be manual. So in there, if you start your, to gain or enter this field now, and you gain some experience, so by the time when everything total 99% will be techno driven, you already would be having some experience. So at that time, you will be, you will be having a edge over other employees. And now also, IT from past also, it is gaining importance. Now also it has gained importance, and future also it will be at the top notch, at the top level. So IT and IS audits would really have a, I guess, the topmost priority in every sector. In any sector you go, audits have become, must and mandatory, and these compliances and everything are also day by day gaining importance. So in that era of IT, IS audit and IT auditors will be very much in demand, and CISA will give you that competitive edge that you are having a certification, which means that you understand those things and you are already having an interest, due to which you pursued that course and you are already a CISA certified. So these courses like CISA will definitely help you, gain a competitive edge over others, and definitely you will be very much in demand in the market also now, be it now or in the coming future.
All right. Thanks for the very detailed answer. All right. So my next question to you is, how you used to manage your time because you are having a full-time job, and this is something which you have answered also. Like previously, you used to study only on weekends. Okay, but
Right.
I know since you were also working in Big Four, so I
Yeah.
understand that you might be dealing with lots of work pressure. So what should be the ideal strategy for studying, and how much time anyone should give for this exam, and how to manage basically time with full-time job, because if you are saying by studying only on weekends it didn't help you, so
Yes.
the fact is that you will have to study. I'm not saying students to study for like 6 to 8 hours on weekday, it is
Right.
impossible, but like at least for 2 to 3 hours it is required. So
Yes.
what was your
Definitely.
strategy basically?
So yeah, right. Like just Aditya sir mentioned, it was tough for me to plan CISA along with my full time job, especially being into a big four. So I would not advise you to go for weekend study plan, as it will not help you to retain the context for long. You might tend to forget the content, and you might have studied in the whatever you might have studied in the beginning, and when you reach the end of the syllabus, the whatever you might have studied in the for initial weekends, that might just fade away. So I would suggest you to take a leave of maybe 2 to 3 weeks if you are having somewhat a linkage or background, or like experience of IT knowledge. So if you have that much knowledge, I guess 2 to 3 weeks of full dedication and 13 to 14 hours of study can suffice you. But if you are totally new with little or no knowledge, then I would really suggest you to maybe you can take one, maybe 2 to 4 months of leave, and you can study accordingly, like not pressurizing, maybe 4 to 5 hours daily you can study. And if that is also not possible with full-time job, then my suggestion would be you can at least take 2 to 3 hours of every day for the weekdays, and maybe 5 to 6 hours in the weekends. And then if you are able to follow that plan, so maybe 4 to 6 months of study along with your full-time job, you should be able to complete the entire syllabus and then appear for your exams.
All right, all right. So according to you, like in case if someone doesn't want to leave his or her job, and if they are fresher, they don't have a prior IT
Yes.
background, in that case, like it will take a longer time, right?
Yes, yes, definitely. It will take you like maybe 4 to 6 months, or depending upon your grasping capability. So this was what an average person from non-IT background, or having zero or complete nothing knowledge of IT or IS audits.
All right. My next question to you is because see, you have mentioned one line, in the past, like in the start of the interview, that I thought that since it's an MCQ based exam, it would be easy, right? So, like, do you feel there is an importance of revision? Because normally what happens is that when
Yes.
an exam is very difficult, okay, so you have cleared CA, so we all know that
Yeah.
what's the exam pattern of CA, so it's not MCQ based, it's mix of both. Okay, where majority is like you have to write the answer. So in those exams,
Right.
we give lots of importance to the revision process. But here, since it's
Yeah.
MCQ based, we feel that okay, I can just go through some MCQs and I'll remember things. We don't give importance to revising the concepts. So, like, what would be your advice? Like, should people take out time for revision, and like, what should be their way of studying?
Okay, so yeah, here I will totally agree with Aditya sir, because mugging up in this CISA course will take you nowhere, because CISA course and this exam is all about your conceptual knowledge. So you should only and only focus on clearing and understanding your concepts. And if you ensure this, you will be able to easily clear your CISA exams. So here you just need to clear out your conceptual understanding and knowledge, because going only through some MCQs which are given by ISACA will really not help you. And here revision also has a very great importance, because if you are able to complete your entire syllabus but not able to revise, then you'll not able to recollect the MCQs in that exam. Because in exams, what type of MCQs if you expect, then ISACA is very like ISACA can trick you really well in these exams. They can copy paste the entire question along with options in your exam, and only if they change a single word in the question paper, your answer will change. But if you have mugged up, you will feel that I have seen this same question in the ISACA manual, and the answer for this is option C. You choose option C, and you answer majority questions in that way, and then finally you see your answer as your result as fail. So you will then see that I gave all the answers right, but I was not able to clear the exam. So here your conceptual knowledge will only come into play and will help you to pass your exam. Because uh, in exams, by my experience also, I have seen that ISACA just replaces one or two words in the question, and your answer will change. So you have to give very much time to revision, clearing your concepts and reading your questions very patiently in the exams.
All right. Yeah. So thanks a lot. So any last tips you want to give to the like future CISA aspirants who are watching this video?
Yeah, so the about last minute tips, I would just say that you should plan your CISA studies very well in advance, and please try to implement and execute your plan without any procrastination, because that will not help you in this CISA exams. Your focus should be only on clearing concepts. And frankly speaking, Aditya sir's lectures here really helped me to a very greater extent to fulfill the understanding gaps I was having, to gain more confidence in clearing the exams. Because if I compare my two attempts, attempt one and attempt two, there was a vast difference in my conceptual understanding which I was having compared to the first attempt. Because only going through the CISA review manual, I don't think, because that's my personal experience, I don't think will take you anywhere. You will need some help, some external help, and because it is a matter of time as well as cost. So I think taking some help from tutor, like maybe Aditya sir in this case, you will really able to clear the exam. Because the way sir has designed his studies also, the conceptual videos, the mock test will really help you to get a taste of how the exams will be appearing, how the questions appear in the exams. And in the time management also, you will able to time your exam also, and then review the questions, everything. So here really Aditya sir's lectures has helped me a lot. And more importantly, his tricks and tips which he shares in these video lectures to identify the keywords, or what is the exact requirement of the questions. And also, if you are not sure, then you can use the technique of eliminating the wrong options, and then one by one to pick the correct answer. As also Aditya sir has very good experience and knowledge in this field, I think he'll be able to really guide you well, and prepare and clear your CISA exams. So this was my experience with Aditya sir's lectures, and his team is really fully cooperative and supportive for providing any help you might face during understanding, or any technical for any sort of help his team has given to me. I'm really very, I appreciate his and his team's efforts. That whenever I needed any help, I used to just text, WhatsApp text, and within 5 to 10 minutes, I used to get a reply. And Aditya sir has also helped me a lot for clearing his exams. If I had any doubts, he was there for with me and for me. So I think these are my last minute tips for any CISA aspirant.
Yeah, so thanks a lot, Nimit, for sharing your entire experience, entire journey. and helping students, who are the future, who will be the future CISA aspirants, to get the understanding about the entire exam, the entire course, how to study, how to plan, and thanks a lot for everything. And we wish you all
Thank
the
you.
best for the future.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.